We're going to get started with our Innovators Challenge. Our last two exciting presentations are from Variable Grid and Transplan, pretty interesting tech advances in urban observation. And thanks again to our judges, Adrian Lindgren from Lacey, Sean Leary from Mobility VC, Vasilios Papapostoulou from AQMD, South Coast AQMD, and Karen Coronel from It's Electric. Thank you very much, judges. Really appreciate it. Without further ado, Dan Lafferty from Variable Grid.
All right, well, thank you everyone for having me today. And I do have some slides potentially coming up here, but I'll just get started. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Variable Grid. And CEO, co-founder of Variable Grid, and I'm here to chat to you today about how we are making your homes, buildings, and fleets have EV charging that is more affordable and accessible. And we do that by providing an intelligence layer that sits between an EV car, the building, and the grid. And I'm going to start, as my slides come up, just to start with a bit of a story. Earlier this year, we were approached by an engineering company, and they said, we have a problem. We have this building, it's this 10-year-old building, it's beautiful, it has 800 condos in it. And they have 4 EV chargers they installed, but they don't have any power for it anymore. What do we do? And with Variable Grid's technology, we were able to install banks of 40 EV charging using their electrical vehicle infrastructure, so their app, their chargers, but then we provided the solution to install more EV chargers with our instantaneous sensing, edge compute, and autonomous control. Sorry, the slides are a little messed up here, but it's with our adaptive power management. And so we put on a solution in the building to see what's happening in real time at that building in milliseconds. And we're on site, so we compute how much power can be used by the EV infrastructure on site, no internet connection required. And then autonomous control, so we can control how much power is going in and out of each electric vehicle and prioritize them based on how much power is available at the site, at the local area, so that could be a complex or a feeder center, and then the grid at whole, and then look at what's the most cost-effective way to charge that, and can we charge from maybe excess solar. And then finally, third-party integration. So we integrate with the existing tech stack they have. We don't need to have our own app. We can work within your, say, fleet management software. So what that enables is faster charging, lower installation costs, and grid-ready electrification. So I'll talk again what we did with another one of our clients, Metro Vancouver. They came to us and said, hey, again, we have a whole bunch of sites we want to electrify, but it seems impossible. And I'm going to use a quick quote from Metro Vancouver here. It said, converting our fleet to EVs seemed impossible given our building's constraints for charging. Variable Grid let us install multiple chargers on our existing infrastructure across our facilities. So they had all these outstations, they wanted EV charging, but all these sites could not have it because there's no power at their site based on their service capacity. Getting electrical service upgrades are expensive and slow. And when I mean expensive, it can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and slow, it can take years to do. In fact, we helped one townhouse complex avoid a $1.5 million electrical service upgrade by installing our multi-tiered, multi-distributor support, looking at various constraint points and ensuring that everyone could have a charge safely. And what that means, and one of our biggest clients to date is Kia, and they built us right into their buying stack because having an electric vehicle is very hard. As we see electric vehicle costs come down, you need to have an equitable and affordable solution to have EV charging. So right on their website, we are built right into there because they know we can help them sell more cars and deploy more EVs. And I just love this quote from David again. I apologize about the slides. I'm not sure what happened here, but Variable Grid directly supports Kia Canada's mission to make EV ownership more affordable and accessible. So I talked a little about Kia, Metro Vancouver, Manulife Centre, you may have seen was my first example I gave, as well as BC Hydro. So we can now look at not only what's happening at this individual building level, but also we can then reward the fleets for deferring charge within demand response. So BC Hydro, we are the only vendor and VPP player they work with to actually look at multi-unit buildings and defer charging in multi-unit buildings. We have hundreds of chargers now signed up to defer charging when BC Hydro is limited in our electrical capacity constraints. So, as a startup, we have a defensible moat, we have the IP, the certified hardware, and the data to make this sustainable. We just last week, we were actually named as the Foresight 50 honoree for Most Investable Cleantechs. I know I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to try to speed up here, guys. But the market's huge. I won't talk to that. The SOM is huge, and it's growing 20% CAGR, and we're seeing more and more of these automotive OEMs deploy low-cost EVs. And 2026 is going to be a very exciting year in the EV industry. I know there's a lot of headwinds right now, but as costs go down to sub $40,000 for an EV, they're going to be cheaper to own than ICE vehicles. The founding team, we have a ton of experience, not my first rodeo. I've been in my whole career has been in energy efficiency, putting IoT devices in buildings to find how we can make buildings more efficient and make electrons flow in and out of areas in the most efficient way possible. And yeah, I encourage you, you can see our technology in action. Only had 5 minutes to talk here. So if you want to scan that QR code and see what we are building, it's basically a few influencers talking about our technology and what their thoughts on it were. And yeah, beyond EV charging, we're looking at electrifying the entire home. So it's a very quick presentation. So I look forward to some questions.
Thank you, Dan. This is Vasilios from South Coast AQMD. So, how does the technology work? What is it about? Like, what does it do?
So we have on-site compute. So we put what's called current transformers on.
Is your solution that box there?
The box, and then basically all of the analytics and our ML goes inside the box as well as in the cloud. But the box, we can speak to this box, but also a whole bunch of boxes in multiple electrical.
Can you talk through it a little? What is the mechanism? What happens there?
Yeah, sure. So those little red circles are called current transformers. It connects into our box. Then our box is an IoT controller. It then will speak to the cloud as well as on-site to the EV chargers. And then depending on grid constraints, so we can speak to higher levels. So if there's maybe a sub-panel or transformer that has limited electrical capacity as well, how much power is available there. And then it speaks, and we do a cascading level of how much power can the EV charger have at that instantaneous time. Maybe it's a super hot day, so you have to throttle it down. We're not turning chargers on and off. We're throttling them to say maybe going from a 7 kilowatt charger to 11 kilowatt charger when the AC goes down in a building.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I'm curious, you have a few different customer segments, or I guess customers ranging from asset owner operators to the OEMs in the case of Kia. As you think about scaling your solution, is there a particular customer that you want to double down on, that you're seeing the best opportunity for? Or do you want to kind of continue to keep it relatively broad?
Yeah, we have two main products, a home product and a pro product. So pros for fleet and multi-unit buildings. And the way that we're able to have that broad customer base is we're not trying to be the front end to anybody. We're trying to integrate with your existing tech stack. So we're not trying to conquest your customer, say you have to use our app to use our software. We just give you an API or a proxy to connect into your existing infrastructure. So really for us, it doesn't change. We're using your fleet management software. And then same for the home. We're going to, like with Kia, we're integrating with their front end app. So again, we don't need to be that front end and have all the different use cases. We have the one use case.
Okay, that's super helpful clarification. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. How are you guys making money? Are you making a margin on the physical product and then also charging, say, the residences and like landowners?
Yeah, we have a hardware-enabled SaaS model. So it's a small upfront hardware fee, and then we get recurring revenue on the back end.
Okay. how do you see that split going moving forward? Like, will most of your revenue be coming from the software or mostly from the hardware?
Yeah, most of our revenue is recurring revenue. Yeah, we make money on our, like, just to get the devices in place. We're not going to lose money on it, but it's a very much get the chargers and get the infrastructure installed so we can get the recurring revenue on the back end.
And then how long usually will it take for the recurring revenue to offset like the hardware cost?
Yeah, we've looked at like basically giving the hardware for free, and typically it's under 11 months.
Per unit,
yeah.
Per unit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So these are temporary or permanent installations?
These are permanent installations. So yeah, basically within the electrical codes of Canada and the US, this is allowed. There's new energy management software certifications that you can get, which we are certified to install this. And it sits in there, and then to have the EV charging infrastructure, you have to use what's called an EV EMS, an EV energy management system, and then we're managing that for them.
And so you have a mobile app for this product that the user will use in conjunction with the vehicle's app?
Yeah, so we push people to use the third-party apps like the vehicle app or the fleet app. We do have an app for multi-unit buildings. So if multi-unit buildings wanted to remit payment and they don't have a system built in for the property management system. But our long-term vision is actually to integrate with a property management software. They already have the customer and the credit card information for every resident, and so we can integrate with property management systems to make it a lot easier for the residents to use their existing user experience. We learned a lot about user experience today. How can we make that easier? No one wants a new app, and you don't need a new app.
So what is the size of your deployment so far? Like how many units do you have out there?
Yeah, great question. I like this because we just had our best 2 months ever. We deployed like another 200 units just the last month, but we're in close to 1,000 now.
In the region here, like around the country?
Yeah, mostly in Canada. I am Canadian, but mostly in Canada. But we do have a handful of deployments in the US, and we are fully certified to work in the US.
I guess, do you work with the utilities? Like, I know you're saying in Canada, but do you work with utility in Canada?
Yeah,
Okay.
we become like a VPP. So we're doing 2 utilities right now, BC Hydro, as well as we're doing a pilot right now with another utility on how to integrate not only EV charging, but also heat pumps to enable more accessible, affordable heating and cooling, lowering GHG emissions. So it's using the same technology, but applied to a different asset.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Great, thank you, Dan. For next, we have Transplan and Shadi Hagag with Transplan, and we're just going to get your slides going as well.
Good afternoon. My name is Shadi Hagag. I'm the CEO of Transplan. Very happy to be here with you today, and thanks to the CoMotion team for bringing us from Toronto, Canada. Slide. So Transplan have rich history of providing top-notch mobility studies in Canada, mainly in Ontario. We're based in Toronto. We focus on 3 different areas. We help land developers build quickly. That's our TF6. It's one big line item that we use all the time, followed by Asset City, deals with curbside management. So essentially what we do, we work a lot with robotics, AI, and computer vision. That's really our specialty kind of thing. And we transfer this to mobility and then development. Our mission is to deliver intelligent, creative, and reliable traffic solutions that can help communities across. And our vision is to be a leading provider of innovative traffic solutions, helping mobility in the area. And our goal is to satisfy and delight our clients through innovative solutions. Our main 3 products, TF6, land development. TF6 actually revolutionizing mobility studies. Those types of mobility studies actually take months to complete. We have optimized systems to complete traffic studies in 6 weeks. So developers can help and can build quicker, kind of thing. And our flagship Views AI, which I'm going to be focusing on today, this is the mobility intelligence. It's essentially providing the visibility that cities need and don't have, or too expensive. And asset city, the curb management side. So what Views AI is doing is actually ending the visibility crisis. So Views AI is an AI-powered intelligent platform that solves the costly visibility crisis in city management, allowing DOT and transit agencies to move from reactive management to proactive data-driven solutions. It's a patent system, and I'm going to be talking about that for a bit, that leverage AI and computer vision and robotics. And what we use for the robotics, we use drones to basically cover large areas. The idea actually started back in 2021 in Canada, where we filed our first patent, followed by the international patent in 2023, and solidified here in the States last year. So Views AI is the urban lens, moving beyond static traffic data into dynamic movement. It's a quick video to give you an idea of how the system works. So imagine all these types of data. We're talking about classification of vehicles on site in real time, pedestrian, cyclist, all the time, over large areas. We're not looking at intersections, we're looking at neighborhoods all at once. I'm also sharing today some of the projects that we're working on. We're helping cities manage traffic, moving away from managing traffic in the shadow, giving them this visibility to act quickly, solving traffic congestions and speeding problems in cities. So it's essentially a blueprint of what's happening in real time on the ground, classifying every single track on the ground in real time, with geolocation and all information about every single object. It's an anonymous system as well, so we don't see faces, we don't read license plates, fully anonymous. And it's essentially like a vector format that we extract from the sensor of the drones. So that's how we do it. We commission multiple drones all at once in time and space. All those drones are connected, by the way, in time and space. They fly up high, up to like 400 feet or even more. And then the magic happens. We connect to the sensor of those drones, all of them all at once, and then we extract all this information in real time. We extract information about pedestrians, how many people, how people are moving on the ground. So really trying to understand how people move around the city. Cyclists, trucks, cars, and every single moving object on the ground, anonymously. So drones fly up, images simultaneously and continually over large areas. So we're not studying intersections anymore. We're giving the city the visibility that they really need to manage traffic congestion. There are some examples of some of the projects that we have done. All these three locations, so we're looking at a crazy precision. We're talking about 2 millimeters of precisions on the ground. Mainly in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. We've done lots of projects across Ontario. We're really heavily focused in Ontario at the moment, but we're looking to expand. It's a high quality, high definition information with high precision. We're talking about 2 millimeters of accuracy. Every single is geolocated to the ground. So this is a very important information for GPS and GIS companies such as TomTom and Google and so on. So the information that we extract in real time, we extract the speed. We understand where people park, how long they park for, how fast they're going, why they're speeding, pedestrian and on the ground, and cyclists as well. A lot of us don't deal with this here, but we do lots of work in the wintertime. That's important to us. So all the buses, everything is ID'd. So when we do large studies, we actually re-ID everything. So from drone 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and go on, and so on, everything is re-ID'd. So we do a massive origin destination of every single object on the ground. You can see the pedestrians right there walking. Parking utilization. So every single object on the ground is actually classified from the source. Yeah, so from that single master format, we extract all the information, and we understand right away parking behaviors, pedestrian movement, origin destination, which is an extremely complex product that we have done, and speeding and classifications all in real time, including intersection turning movement counts. Intersection turning movement counts are, it's a very high topic because lots of technology in this area usually utilize like street level cameras kind of thing and other fixed sensors. This is kind of like long gone with Views.ai. This is a very interesting study here that we did for the city of Aurelia. So you see that spiral roll there? We call it the infinite loop. It was an 8-hour times 3 times 2. It was a massive study. So we're talking about 5 different drones circulating across the downtown core of the city of Aurelia and the waterfront, capturing amazing information on the ground. Saves the city tons of money and time. So from the single master format, high quality visibility for 3D and digital twin cities. Information that is ready to go right away. This is another project here. And this was a massive project that we just recently finished with the region of Peel. 32 hours of a flight time, times 2, times 5 different locations. We're talking about 6 terabytes of data. Everything is classified from the source. And we gave municipalities information tracked. Those are standard information, so they can use right away. Again, those are standard reports that the system will push out for municipalities, including simulation, volumes, existing condition, and speed. We're improving clarity, saving money, and delivering the whole pictures for cities. And better engineering planning decisions ahead. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions.
Hi, thank you. So can you give us titles of some of the studies that this data is used with?
Yeah, we're very heavily, actually, this system is heavily being used in Ontario at the moment. We've been working with large regions.
How is the data used? Like, what are people looking at?
We're basically eliminating all the silos between all different studies. So parking, for example, that's a silo by itself. Speeding studies, those are silos by itself. And turning movement counts, those are silos by itself. So what we're doing, we're basically gathering all this information all in one single master format, and we give the city everything. Saving tons of money and time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Super interesting solution. Transparently, I used to do sort of digital twinning for asset owners and operators, and I think one of the challenges is who ends up being the customer, right? Who's actually paying for it? Because to your point, there are silos, there are different jurisdictions involved utilizing these studies. So for your tech and your solution, who is, as you scale this, what sort of, are you going after a certain department, a certain asset owner, operator? I'm curious who the funder of these projects are.
Thank you very much. It's mainly the operations transit departments, engineering departments as well within the municipal, ecosystem. They need this information all the time. There's like set budgets per year for those silos. So each of those silos, parking, intersections, and so on and so forth, there's massive budgets allocated to those for each single cities and each transit agencies to kind of like monitor the operation on the ground.
And then what's the business model for you all? Like what's the cost structure for the client or the customer, and then how are you deriving your revenue?
That's a great point. So we scope every project ahead of time. We create missions and we translate that to the clients ahead of time in terms of like proposals kind of thing. And then we commission the missions, send the teams or train new teams in different areas. And once we finish the work, we'll give them an amazing outcome. And then the client comes back again and came back again. And then the word of mouth goes up.
Last question, I promise. So you're targeting really direct sales, not necessarily in an existing RFP structure, and just curious how you're activating the pipeline.
We have successfully won multiple RFPs as well, but it's been a lot of client reaching out for those types of information. However, also that's mostly municipal, but also GPS companies and GIS companies like Esri, TomTom, and the Googles of the world. They need this information. They have a massive problem when it comes to probe data, if you're aware of probe data. Lots of limitations with those types of data, lots of limitations with fixed sensors on the ground, lots of limitations with ground cameras when it comes to data privacy. So we essentially eliminated any data privacy issues.
I would still like to understand what makes you guys unique. Like you fly the drones well, or you analyze the data well. What do you guys do exactly?
Well, it's a single master format that capture all those silos in one single place, right?
Okay.
So now we don't have to go and do traffic turning movement counts, for example, the intersection counts. That's one silo, so that's one of them. Parking analysis. We can inform cities where to put speed bumps because we do speed analysis over massive road segments. So it's all about policy validation and data. Cities need data to operate and manage traffic, especially when it comes to congestion. Cities, one of the biggest problems with traffic congestion is that cities don't have the visibility of what's really happening beyond the intersections. So cities are doing amazing jobs are managing intersections. But what's happening between the intersections and what's happening within neighborhoods, there's no data, there's no information. It's all guesswork, it's all assumptions. So we have ended that. And now we're basically providing this solution that can help cities tackle traffic congestions.
Thank you.
Do you see, so I know you said that this has been done in Canada, so coming to the US, do you see a potential kind of blocker being able to fly the drones, like your product out around? How have you thought of that if you're looking to expand out here?
So we have been looking into that for a while now, and luckily the regulations in Canada and the US are almost the same. And different missions require different types of robot. We call the drones robots, right? Most of the project that we have done, we've been using micro drones, micro robotic drones, kind of thing with a crazy amount of sensors. We're working with LiDAR. We're talking about like 4-6K cameras, kind of thing. And so when it comes to regulations, we've been studying this for a while now, and it's just becoming easier and easier and easier every single year. So no issues.